Hello peeps, this is the Hillbilly Halfwit. As you can hear, I'm in my shed with my sheep in the background, and I've got my dad's old Landrover up on the lift at last, and we're starting it. This is not going to be easy, far from easy. Even I'm surprised at how bad this all is. I got the back axle assembly off with the springs yesterday, but to be quite honest, the two rear bits had rusted off. The chassis is incredibly bad. So really this is going to be a hard job. So I'll show you what we're going to do. Before we go on, please comment and subscribe and press that little button down there to subscribe, please, and help me out, and like and comment. So this is a Series 3 Land Rover. My dad's brother bought it originally brand new, and then they had a crash and it was done up like new. It hadn't done hardly any mileage before the crash. So my dad bought it then, and it was like new. Absolutely, it was totally refurbished. So Dad had it for a long time then, and something went wrong with the electrics. And I think there's a fault that they used to have when halogen bulbs started to come out. They started to put halogen bulbs into Land Rovers in the headlights, and it was melting the wires and causing them to burn out. And I only found that out later on in life, but that's what's probably happened to this, because that's something happened to the electrics on it and burnt the electrics out. So that's what I think the problem was originally. Anyway, it coincided with him having a bad leg then, and he wasn't fit to drive on the road, to be honest, because he was in a real bad way then. So we stopped using it, and then anyway, it just went to rust and then wouldn't pass the test, and so we left it. So it's been stood for 25 years probably. So I've been on about getting it sorted for that long of a time, and I knew the chassis would be bad, but gotta say, look at it. I don't know if you can see that. You can literally poke your finger through it. Really is bad. So the chassis is all going to have to be changed. I did have this idea the other day of cutting the back half of the chassis off and cutting the back end of that chassis I bought, because I bought a 109 chassis, and just cutting it off under here and welding it back on together, but I don't think that's going to work. So what we're probably going to do now is to turn it into a 109, so it'll be a long wheelbase Land Rover, and I might even leave the back open, so it's instead of having like this, it'll be like an open cab perhaps. I'm not sure yet, but it's a lot of all work because everything is rusted, all the springs have had it. It's going to be a huge amount of work, but you know what I'm like. If people who haven't followed me before, they just followed me for my political stuff, this is what I really tend to do for videos a lot. It's if it's not a metal detecting video, it's doing something like this. Doing the last big one I done like this was when I redid the transit van of mine. I totally refurbished the engine. So and I do it in a series of I don't know, 5 to 10 videos. So that's what this is going to be. Hopefully we'll get it going, but this is a big job, this one. So here we are. I thought I'd let you know what was going on. I've got to be honest with you, I've had such a headache today for some reason. I had a massive headache, and I haven't been able to do anything today. Don't know why. But, there we are. So this is the first start of it. As with lots of these projects, I've learnt the biggest job is actually getting it into your head to start it all. See, look at all this. Completely gone. Completely gone. So even the fuel tank has rotted too. So next job is get the front axle off like this, drop that down, and then hopefully we can get it back onto the new chassis. Well, it's not new, it's a used 109 chassis, and we can start building it up on that chassis as we're going, hopefully. But let me just switch you around. Sorry, I'm using my phone at the moment. Those of you who've seen from the start of this process, I bought a long wheelbase 109 chassis, Series 3, to go on it. And I want to put a 6-cylinder engine in this, but there's some laws that are changing now where you might have to, if it's a historical vehicle over 40 years old, you don't have to have tax or MOT on it. But there's some laws might be changing now where you have to have it exactly the same engine that was in it. So I'm not 100% sure. So cross fingers, I think you can still put an engine of equivalent age in it, I think. So hopefully we can put a Perkins 6-cylinder in it, hopefully. But I'm not sure. I was going to put a Cummins 6-cylinder into it, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe just get it all together working with the original engine and get the paperwork to show it's 40-year-old all sorted first and then change the engine. I don't know yet. So this is what the video is today. Sorry, my head isn't very well today. I do suffer a bit from bad headaches because of my eyesight, and I think it's one of them today. So all the best, Gaz. Ta-da!